something that's for you, like the moment that you step into it, it starts to unfold. And every time I chose hair or the beauty industry, like it just starts to unfold, and I just start going through levels. Now I got to get it in one. Hit the $1 million mark. And the thing was, I didn't even realize I had hit it. It took me, I was in that dark season, and I had to go back and look at my history to remember who I was. And I was like,
Wow.
Put your chest out, big dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. This is CeCe from High Vibez Global. Right now, we have Darius here with us. And look, we're about to tap into the hair industry, right? So we're right now in Playa, Mexico, where we both are expats, we both live, and we're here to exchange and share each other's experiences in our different industries. So he's in the hair industry, and he's going to first introduce himself and just tell us a little about the hair industry, how you got into it.
Let me think.
Yeah.
Let me think back to what happened.
Yeah, how did you start?
My name is Darius Boone. I am a retired hairdresser, wig maker. I started doing hair by starting barbering. So I feel like I was called to do hair. Like I tried to figure out another way to say it. There's no other way around it. It was just one of those deep cut feelings that I had, like throughout childhood, throughout adolescence. Where I feel like I know how to do this, but I don't want to do this.
Right.
So I ended up being introduced to it on myself. So I used to cut my own hair. Got compliments. Other guys that used to cut their hair, so I cut their hair. Like I used to be in my mom's house, cut hair in the diner. And then what happened was, like, I started to have a younger sister. My sister used to have dogs in the house. So I used to like grab one of her dogs. I'm trimming it up, just playing with it, create sounds. Just like, I feel like I do this. Still, I want to do this. At that time, I was probably like early 20s, and I, just trying to figure out my way. I was in school, just trying to figure out my way. I worked at Advanced Auto Parts, just trying to figure it out. And one day I saw an ad on Craigslist. And it was like, you want to make $10,000 this month? Like,
Yes.
yes. And it was an ad for a salon. I was like, wait, they are making 10 bands doing hair? Oh, yeah. And I'm super young at this point. I don't know if this shit was PG-13 now. I went to the hair store. I bought a whole bunch of cheap hair. I bought some mannequins. And I went in my room and I just started watching YouTube videos, like putting tracks on me because I'm like, I'm going to figure this out. So after I got done, I took pictures of what I thought it was popping.
Right.
Put it on Facebook. And people was, because I still have these pictures.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, when you gonna do my hair? So I just started doing hair. Like, okay, well, when it's something that's for you, like the moment that you step into it, it starts to unfold. And every time I chose hair or the beauty industry, like it just starts to unfold, and I just start going through levels.
So tell us a little bit just how did you capitalize on that as far as the hair industry? Because with hair, you're a creator.
Yeah.
And that's an artist. I see people that do hair as an artistry. And so as far as the business aspect and financial, how did you capitalize on the beauty? Especially because you're retired now.
Yeah.
So it's just like, wow, you're young, you're retired. How did you get to that point?
Well, that's a really good question, but I would say the key to truly capitalizing on being a hairdresser is one, really developing your skill. The one skill that you do, and then the second thing is leveraging your personal brand. So I was really good at one specific thing, so I did hair extensions, sewing. So glueless closure sewings were my thing, and then I moved to glueless closure wigs, which was a physical product, so I could really scale beyond myself. And personal brand, like always being in front of the camera, always having conversations, always being super transparent about everything, the good, the bad, the ugly of the journey of being a hairdresser. So that really helped me to get to a place where my wig company did well consistently, year over year. Like I was a multiple six-figure earner in my wig company. Like year after year, probably about 4 or 5 years. I did that from 2016 until this year. So I just closed down my wig company at the beginning of this year. But personal brand and just really being locked in. As for the business component, one thing that was profound for me and that really helped me on my journey was taking time, and that was why I started doing business. It was like, I can't spend all my time in this salon all the time because I'm not going to be able to run this business.
Right.
But really taking time to understand what a business truly is and how it works and how it generates income and how to grow and how to be a leader of an organization. So those were the things that really like helped me because I was able to go from the mindset of, okay, I'm just a hairdresser getting this money, and now I'm a person, I sell hair and I sell wigs, I'm a hustler, to like, okay, this is my product, this is my business, this is my organization, and this is how I like it to be ran, and this is where we're going. So just really like personal development and personal brand.
Right.
Yeah.
So it went from basically salon to an actual shop of selling online shop.
Yeah.
A wig. How did that work?
So that's another good question. So how I did it was I worked at somebody else's salon. And then once I got to a place where my clientele was good and I just felt like I was in position. But I didn't feel like I was in position. I felt pushed. And I went and I got a salon suite. So this is when the salon suite concept was starting to really, get the place. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. It's affordable. I can grow from here. So I did that. When it came to the wig company, I realized that I'm living in Atlanta. Everything in Atlanta is super high. Like I would have loved to have a wig storefront, but it's just like if you have a wig storefront, you can really that's only to serve the people in Atlanta. I want my company to be global. So I was like, it's smarter if I take this marketplace and put it online instead because I had been growing my Instagram audience. It's like, okay, I got all these people following me online, who wish they could sit in my chair. It's literally like taking a piece of that and shipping it to them. So I did ECommerce. So ECommerce is my game.
Because that's a piece that a lot of people that hair they might miss. Is the ECommerce, the how to profit and make more money instead of the living paycheck by paycheck or however trying to keep up the shop, trying to or with the booths.
They very old school in their thinking. They don't understand that like we live in a digital world and you must have something to sell to people besides your time.
Right. And then earlier we touched on like the pros and cons, right? So you have even though like you're doing the online sales and that as well, you also get back to how the old salons were, where it was pretty much more community based and it was about community to where now it's more or online of, let me take a class, I can do my own hair, or let me see, it's more personal, right? One-to-one type of thing.
Exactly.
And community-based salon.
Yeah, so basically right now in the hair industry, I think it might just be a human thing. I feel like we're just moving in a time where people are more focused on individuals versus community. But yeah, like now we have, because I work in a salon suite, so I went from being in a community salon suite, working in a salon suite, and I think a lot of people go that route, and I think that is what, we need to go back to that because I feel like the customers, as hairdressers, we always say like, oh, my customers want privacy, and it's like,
and they want that luxury.
Does your customer want privacy or do you want your own place? Because I worked in a salon setting that was luxurious. Way more luxurious than any salon suite that I could have ever fabricated on my own. Yeah, so I don't like, after we said in that conversation, I'm really thinking like, is it more so for us to have, say I got my own spot? And I think we need to really think about what is going to be the best for the community. And but again, that takes you being outside of yourself and really looking at the grand scheme of things, which I am not because you planted that seed in my head, which is like, as a community, like I feel like Black women need their places to just go and congregate and have community with other women. Hairdressers need a place where they can be groomed by other hairdressers who are people seasoned than them. So
and it's just like learning from each other. Because I know I used to love going to the hairdresser with my mom, and I knew that me and my mom were going pretty much on a date, know, just the community and like the people that was off the streets, they would come and, you know, you're buying food, you know, and we knew that we were going to be there for what? A whole day, 6 hours, you know, but now people are, it's a quick thing, and people most definitely want to be in and out. People don't want to, you know, they don't want to be around other people, you know, it's that type of thing.
That is crazy, but it's very, very true. It has lost the personal touch. Even from the transaction between the person and the stylist and the person and the client, you know, from the stylist to the other stylist, it's just lost. It's literally like an assembly line sometimes.
So do you feel that from doing the one-on-ones, you just get that, you still get that like personal relationship between that person individually?
Absolutely. I think I did because that's just my personality. I like to talk. So if you come to my salon and you're talking to me and you're not talking about no dumb stuff, like, you know, just real conversation, absolutely. And I feel like that also, the more conversation you have in the salon, the better you attract the perfect customers for you.
Right.
So me just naturally being myself, talking about, I'm in the salon in the morning, I'm listening to Jim Rohn and T.D. Jakes, and my customers is like, what's this, or that, or check this person out, or do that. You know, I'm listening to audiobooks in the salon. They, you know, it's just like, people who don't naturally get into that, like, not people uncomfortable, you just, you know, X, Y, and Z.
Right,
you know, and you just start to genuinely find your tribe. But I built really good relationships one-on-one. I still talk to a lot of my clients now, and even though I have to get past
my auntie was a client.
Right, exactly. That's how I find it. And you know what? She was one of my only clients. I have known her for years. I think I met her in my very first salon. She wasn't even my client. She was a co-worker's client. And she ended up coming to me, you know, like a couple of years later. And she was my client when I stopped taking clients. So it was, I had stopped doing hair, but it was a few people who just got me. They didn't make my life harder. Like, I knew they wanted to let me complain about the price. I always gonna want big ticket items. Didn't care, like, just can you just do it for me? And no complaints, there was no issues, no smoke. So I used to let her come to my house, I'm like, come on.
Wow.
Yeah, but you have relationships with certain people that you know you do. And even in my salon too, like, I always made it set up where it was enough space, because I was booked and busy, where like I would have client chairs and I would have other clients come in. So it still gave salon vibe. It was just this other style.
Right. Wow. Okay. So with also we talked about like conventions, like different hair conventions and things of that nature. And are they still relevant right now, or is it like, what is going on in this world of the hair industry?
Of the beauty industry.
Of the beauty industry.
Rapid changes are happening in the beauty industry, and a lot of people cannot keep up with what is happening. And I think it's because they still behind them chairs. Like, when you're just when you're on top of somebody's head, like, you're not really paying attention to this, all the shifts and things that are happening. They just affect you.
Right.
But as for conferences and things, we definitely have a few different conferences that happen. We have Runner Brothers, we have Premiere, we have it's another one that they have every single year. But like for us, like, we have the Runner Brothers show, which is something they still have it every year. I don't think the attendance is what it used to be, because I think this generation of hairdressers are craving something else. They might go for the nostalgia for the first time. Like, that was me. I went because it was like, oh my gosh, I've always heard about this, I want to go. And then when I went, I was like, oh, this is overwhelmed me. I don't have to do this too many more times. So yeah, they still have different things, but I think we need to create something for this newer generation of stylists to help them with professionalism, with etiquette and grace, with, you know, actually running businesses, because, you know, it was a different ball game when the only thing that you had to manage was your chair. But now we are more individuals, so it's like, I gotta handle this salon by myself, I gotta handle my own books, I gotta handle my own profit loss, I gotta order my own inventory, you know, all these different things. So something that's a little bit more catered around running the business instead of doing curls and fades.
Right. And then, I mean, as you said, it's the technique is a lot more, like, of doing hair, where I'll just get a roller wrap.
Yeah, you might get a
Or
roller
get
wrap. Smart
I'm
wig.
gonna get a roller or something like that. So now it's a really weave industry right now. Like it's really big. No matter what culture you are, black, white, everybody is wearing weaves. You know,
It's the
so
ultimate upsell.
right. So that's a process within itself. And then like the front, the back, like you got different parts of the weaves. You got then you got you
back. The frontal, the back.
the frontal, back to
There's no
the
such thing as a
side.
back.
You know, you got weave. You know, and then with your natural hair, it's just like you're corn rolling. So you're doing that's a whole style.
It's
within
3 styles in one.
Right.
It's 3
You
styles.
gotta corn roll it, then you gotta sew it.
You gotta do the real hair.
You gotta do
You gotta
the
do
real
the fake hair. Then you gotta put the fake hair on the real hair. And then you gotta do it again.
That takes a lot of time. That
Yeah.
right there takes a lot of time. And just from my friends that did hair, you know, that charged, you know, the pricing of like $600. At first I used to be like, dang, $600, that's a lot of money. But then when I seen the
You saw the
process,
process.
and look, let me tell you something. My friend, cause I do hair as well. I do lock maintenance. But when my friend used to ask me to cornroll somebody's hair so she could put the weave in, I'm like,
You so sister.
or I could take some out, like take the, I'm like,
Think
oh
about how
my,
tedious that is. You gotta do it 4 or 5 times a day.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually like a process of different hairs. I'm like, oh, we're gonna be here for a minute.
It's
Like-
literally, it's multiple whole hairstyles. To do a whole braid now is a whole hairstyle.
It's a whole hairstyle.
Yeah, to take it apart is a whole
that's what costs because it's more of the labor that you're paying for
You be
than
wore out.
anything.
I used to be wore out like mentally.
And your hours,
physically.
yeah,
Yes.
the hours.
My hours were pretty straight. Like once I started to run my own business and I learned how to be in charge of my schedule, my hours were more like my hours in the salon were like more manageable, but my hours outside of the salon, like growing my business and like doing administrative stuff before I started to team build, used to wear me out. So it was just a hard balance of me like, oh my gosh, I gotta work today in the salon, I gotta go home and do these wigs tonight, and then I gotta go to the post office in the morning before I go to work to drop these wigs off. You know, it was a lot.
So, as far as like income, you know, like what did that pretty much look like? As far as like making the wigs and then
So are you asking like profit, like
yeah, like the profit, like how did, like how many, like a day, like
Okay.
how many people hair did you do, or like that whole process? Because is it like, okay, so I'm gonna do 3 hairs today, and then I could give like 10 wigs out today. Like how was it?
So basically, like my salon calendar. So when I worked, it seemed like it was so far away now. Like it seemed like such a long time ago. But when I worked in the salon, like this is how I applied to my retirement. So like when I first started, I used to work Tuesday through Saturday. So you know, hairdressers off on Sunday and Monday.
Right.
Each year I took a day off my calendar. So then my last year that I was a hairdresser, I only worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I would bump it out on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay.
You know, just, you know, people back to back, do as much as I can. And I also, because I knew I wanted to get into the wig thing, because I understood the cost of time. I was like, you know, you can only, I can probably do 5 or 6 sew-ins per day, but like if I market myself properly, I can sell 15 wigs on the internet at one time. So I started to, my customers in the salon, I started to like push them into the wigs. I'm just like, oh, try this on. Oh, I think you look good in this. Oh, you need a protective style, you going on vacation, try this wig. So I ended up getting all my clients to wear wigs. So when I got ready to leave, it was like, yeah, I really don't leave me.
Right, exactly.
Yes, but
So would you would teach your clients how how to maintenance it, how to put it.
No, because that was a wig company's job. So then
Ah.
so part of my business model with my wig company, especially during COVID, was to, because I was like, the girls can't go to the salon, so what can I do to still, outside of the wig? I started a service called Wig Concierge.
Okay.
So like the women who were in Atlanta, so I was in this townhouse when I lived in Atlanta. I had 2 big boxes on my porch in front of my the little ring doorbell. Pick up, drop off. They would drop them off, and then like my team, my employees would come to my house and we would work. So they would drop them off on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we would like give them back to them the next, work day. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that they didn't have to do anything. We curled before. The only thing you got to do is put that wig on. And
Put it on and it was there.
that was the messaging. Like when my messaging used to be for my wig company, wigs that don't require stylists, or something along those lines. But like I put that in the messaging where it's just like, I know y'all not feeling these hairdressers right now. I got you. I'm gonna do it for you.
Right.
So it was ready to wear.
Wow. And that most definitely is an industry. Whew. I mean, especially because they can just put it on, pop it on, and
Literally
bam,
pop it on
and be
and go.
gone. Because that makeup is probably going to be like an hour or something. So they know to pick or put on the hair, pop the makeup, and out.
You might have to do your little curl around the face, but like we used to have our wigs ready to ship. So basically we would do all the work that the stylist would typically do. So bleach the knots, pluck the hairline, we styled it, it's flat already. Only thing you gotta do is slip it. It's literally like a cap you slip it on, you cut the lace across the front. You might have to press it down to bring your lace in, and you out.
Oh, wow.
I made it like a commodity, like it was an accessory.
Oh, wow.
And that's how I marketed it. So it's just like, I would create videos of girls getting ready with different outfits, but she changing her wig too, because it's such a commodity. And that's the thing, like, they cost a lot of money, but like everybody want to be glamorous. Like, you don't got one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. And then I seen one girl online. It's just like the different styles she can do with one wig as well.
That take you being creative.
Or do like this. Slide this, slide that.
Now you can do, that's for the simple girl. That's a level 1 wig where when you start to be able to do your own thing,
You
gotta be very
you can
creative.
slide the part anytime.
Yeah, when you start doing multiple different styles, that's when it, and I have to tell clients sometimes, like, y'all looking at these girls that know how to do their own hair.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you ain't got that touch, it ain't gonna
Don't
work for
even
you.
try.
Nah.
Okay. Because it's not as easy as it looks. Wow.
Yeah, not as easy at all. It's definitely witchcraft.
What brought you to Playa del Carmen? Because, Playa del Carmen is not a place to where people normally just go. It's more Cancun, Tulum, they might hear. What brought you here to Playa?
Good question again. Well, what got me to Playa specifically was TikTok.
Wow.
It was TikTok because I started seeing, so I knew I was in the process of moving, and I wanted to, fast forward. What got me here is I got tired of my old life. I was deep in depression. I just had got to a place where like I had the 6-figure business, I had bought the house, I had did all the things, and I'm just like, what else? And I just felt miserable. Like I was just like, I feel like I'm living the same year over and over and over again. This can't just be it for me.
Right.
So I'm big into religion. My God, like, so I prayed about it, and God was just like, surrender, let it go. And I'm just like, the house too, and it was just like all of it, like, And I really resisted for a while, and my life just kept getting harder. So I was just like, you know what? Let go. I let go of everything, and I wanted to. So
Let go and let God.
Exactly. So I let go, and one of my personal goals for myself that I've always had was to experience living abroad. So, that's something that I want to tell my kids when they're like, I used to live in such and such.
Right.
And I was like, well, I guess the time is now. Like, why wait? Why wait until we get older? Let's go ahead and do this now. So Mexico for me, like I'm from Georgia, so it's not that far. So I'm like, okay, this is 2.5. It's far enough, but close enough.
Exactly. Yep.
And Playa was because of TikTok. So I watch, I'm trying to figure out where it's safe. Because you hear so many things like, oh my God, people are gonna do this, people are gonna do that. I'm just like, I'm a 6'5" black man. It's gonna take about 13 minutes to get kidnapped. So you're gonna be okay.
That part.
You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So I mean that's what it was.
You're gonna be perfectly
I'm gonna be
fine.
okay. And I was like, okay, this is far, and the TikTok showed me that they had a community of Black people. So I was like, if I see a couple of us, I will feel like a little bit of comfort. Somebody who I can, speak English with and just,
still feel at
have a
home.
sense
Know
of
you're
community.
Exactly.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what it gives here. Like the other night at the Uno game, I'm like, bro, like, this is what I wanted to do, the type of vibes that I like to do in Atlanta.
Right.
But it's perfect, so it's just enough. So that's what got me.
Wow. Okay. So it was said that you done hit that $1 million revenue.
I did hit it in my wig company. Once I started to, these people gonna be like, he's ordering multiple plates.
That shit can stay.
I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm sorry, but yeah, I did. I hit it in my wig company, and it took me 5 years. But that's just the power of internet money.
5 years is still short.
You said that. That felt
actually,
like now I gotta get it in one.
Wow.
Now I gotta get it in
5
one.
years, you hit that million.
Hit the $1 million mark, and the thing was, I didn't even realize I had hit it. It took me. I was in that dark season. I had to go back and look at my history to remember who I was, and I was like,
wow.
Put your chest out, big dog.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
But that was
right.
exactly what happened. Like I was just camping around. I was like, dang, like I'm over here being sad about something, and that's how I knew I could leave the week company alone. It was just like, you did it.
Right.
You
right,
did it.
Right.
You did it. You said you want to make $1 million. There you go. So now the test is to make it faster and keep it.
Yes.
So.
Yes. And you succeeded. And especially like some people, they don't retire until at 62 or 63 or but for you to come out and you retired from an industry a beauty industry
It's lucrative.
that is lucrative, very lucrative.
I knew I had some more in me. Like that was the thing. It was like either I can stay and do this forever, which I see people do, but I don't think people realize God gives you multiple gifts.
Yes.
I got other gifts, and it was like I want to exercise this, but if I keep trying to, that was my thing. Like the conflict that I was feeling in my life was me trying to hold on to what was old and me changing this to something different, and I wanted to really step into the new thing, but the old thing was comfortable.
Yes.
And it was like, okay, like you did it. Sit it down. You always pick it back up if you need
Exactly.
to. But just try something different, and this is my different.
Exactly. Yeah, I totally understand because that's the reason why I moved out.
Really?
Just to, being in the industry for 20 years, I'm like, I need something new. Like, I honestly didn't care how much money I made back then, but just to start something fresh and new, be centered, get even my spiritual life, find that peace, that because sometimes America can bring just a lot of like, I would say, it's just the vibe sometimes, and and you can feel the tension, so much tension.
Wow.
It's like so much, and you come out here and it's like a release.
It is. Even anytime I go to the States to come back, I'm like,
you can feel it. As soon as you get to the airport.
attitudes are different.
Yeah, the attitude.
It definitely is tension. It's just a whole lot of anxiety in the air. People who are just trying to move around fast. It's just like, slow down, baby.
And people don't realize what they have. Like we live luxury lives, but yet we didn't really realize what we had, and we're still going through depression, anxiety, just different things that weigh us down. When God is like, I gave you everything.
You got everything you need and some more.
And some more. So just coming out here to apply their comment, it was that release.
It shows you like you can simplify your life and you become more happy with simple things.
Yeah.
I tell my friends all the time, this journey has taught me one thing, and that I say keep my tail short. Most Americans, or that tension that we feel, is because they're carrying everything around with them, because they're collecting stuff to try to camouflage what's really going on. And once I let go of all the stuff, I sold majority of my stuff. I sold my house where I lived at, and I came here with 2 suitcases, and I was just like, the load is lighter.
The load is lighter.
The load is lighter.
And I always feel that when it comes to the simple things, I'm like, God created us to live simple. Like, he did not want us to really like struggle, you know. And I feel like humans, like, we put that on ourselves, and it's that struggling life, you know, when it's just like, no, be simple. And when you're simple, everything comes to you.
In abundance.
You know, in abundance.
Everything.
In abundance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So,
That is a fact.
yes, so thank you so much. Is there any last remarks? Do you want to, you know, shout out your Instagram? You know,
You can follow me on Instagram. My name is Darius_Boone. And anybody that's watching this video, whether you're an entrepreneur or a traveler, my advice is to be patient with yourself and listen to your G and your G, your gut and God. That's what in the other our
yes.
word, God and gut.
God and gut.
Like, he be planting stuff in your gut, and a lot of the times, like, we hear the whispers, then they become screams.
Yes.
Just do it. Like,
Just
let go,
do
just
it.
do it.
Don't be, I mean, fears might, but
It's a feeling, that's
just
it.
do it.
Just do it.
I mean, because what are you going to lose? You know, it's, so thank you, Darius, so much. Thank you so much. This was an awesome interview. I am CeCe from High Vibez Global. Thank you for watching us. Go follow us at High Vibez Playa on Instagram, as well as www.highvibesglobal.com. Thank you. Special shout out to Snow's Globe. So y'all need to follow him right now. He's doing these amazing things here in Playa del Carmen. Snow's Globe. Follow him. Till next time.